One of the best things that I've ever done for my mental health and productivity was cutting news out of my life, basically completely. If you think about it, nothing on the news that you're ever shown actually impacts your life. It's usually about things that are out of your control and typically not even in your local area in any capacity. So from a practical standpoint, it doesn't really help you knowing about them. But from my end, I found that if I hear about some really bad news going on somewhere, it sort of weighs on my mind and I can't escape it, I can't get away from it. So by not hearing it, I'm not exposed to that. And remember, I and you most likely can't impact the news anyway. So hearing about it, whilst it might make you feel like, a more worldly citizen, it doesn't actually change anything other than your anxiety levels and your inability or distrust or distaste with the world. For me, I like to make sure that what comes into my mind is things that I can impact and I can change. I got this idea from Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Work Week. And the idea is that if you take a step back, take a detox from media and look at your own world. Because, you might be hearing about all of these issues, all of these race riots or gender issues or inequalities or, people promoting or talking about stuff that you don't like on the news. But if you look at your own life, what's actually happening to you right now, it will be hard, if not impossible, to see much of that happening in your life. I get the other side of things that it's like, well, am I just saying that you should shut off from the world completely and, focus on yourself? And I guess I sort of am, but there's a bit of a nuance here. I'm saying, and I always say, to value your own mental state first. So for me, I know that if I wanted to, I could spend days online and just look up horrible things happening all around the world. Because, think about it, we live in a world of 8 billion people. There's going to be bad stuff happening in the world at some place at some time. That's a fact. So there's never going to be a shortage of things that need to be fixed or changed. Secondly, I'm one person, so I might be able to impact one thing maybe, but can I impact every bad thing that's happening all around the world? No. Thirdly, I know that my mental state is going to be negatively impacted the more of this stuff that I see. Therefore, if I'm in a bad place, I'll be less effective, less efficient, and less able to help, even if I wanted to, even if I could. So with all that in mind, I've made the decision to basically cut all news reporting. And the funny thing is it hasn't impacted my life. And if anything was to be, quite potentially an issue in my life, my friends or family will inevitably talk to me about it in person or via social media or some other capacity. I'll hear about it. So really, there's no reason for me, and I would suggest probably for you either, to listen to the news. Try this. Take a break. Take a day, a week, a month off the news and see how you feel mentally, physically, and productively. I get a lot more done now that I'm not filled. My mental space isn't just taken up by all of these things that I can't change. So comment below, let me know what you think of this idea, if you've tried it, and if you have tried it and it's worked, it's helped you, contact me and let me know, because I really want to hear about it. Thanks. This tip is featured in my next book, How to Get Your Shit Together, and you can read more about that at my website via zachary-phillips.com/getyourstogether. Thanks.